Today we are speaking with Jessie Hendricks. Jessie is a PhD student at Radboud University Medical Center in Nijmegen, the Netherlands. Her topic is sleeping disorders in people with Ushersyndroom. Welcome, Jessie. Hi.
Thank you.
How did this study come about? What's the background of it?
Yeah, so this study actually came directly from patients' request. So Usher syndrome is known as hereditary deaf blindness. However, patients also often suffer from fatigue and sleep problems. And this was something that was not seen as part of Usher syndrome and not studied yet.
Right. But fatigue, being tired, isn't that something that you would expect from people who have difficulty processing incoming information?
Yeah, you could indeed. So fatigue was for a long time seen as a result of the sensory disability, which can of course be very tiring. And it's also known that people who are completely blind can have a shift in their circadian rhythm because they have no light input anymore. But that's not the case for Usher patients because they do still have some vision and some light perception.
Right. And a lot of people say that they already experience sleep problems before their vision is gone, right?
That's true. That was the most striking part. So the patients say they are fatigued because they have poor sleep quality, and this poor sleep was already the case before they lost the vision.
Right. So you think there may be an underlying problem.
Yeah, indeed. So that's why
Right.
we started to study this.
Right. How do you study that?
First of all, we started to characterize the prevalence and the nature of the sleep problems using extensive validated questionnaires. And then we followed this up by actigraphy, which is a way to measure your day-night rhythm and sleep with a wrist-worn device.
A wrist thing that measures when people sleep, how long the sleep quality.
Indeed, yeah, and we
Right.
did that for 14 days.
All right. You also study a model, right? Can you tell us about your model?
Definitely. So that's the second part of my PhD project, where we use our existing Usher2A knockout zebrafish model to study sleep and circadian rhythm.
Knockout model, what does that mean? What kind of fish are they?
So we actually do have Usher2A fish that have the same mutations in the Usher2A genes as patients do. So we basically have fish with Usher syndrome.
So these fish, they actually lack the same protein that people do who have Usher syndrome?
Indeed, and for Usher2A, this is the protein usherin, which was known to be present in the retina of the eye and in the inner ear. However, during our study, we found that this protein is also present in the pineal gland, which is a brain region that regulates sleep and produces the sleep hormone melatonin.
Aha, so there you have a direct underlying biomedical link between sleep and Usher.
Definitely, because in our Usher2A fish, and probably also in the humans, this protein is not present anymore in the retina, but also not in the pineal gland.
Right. Do these fish actually have are they blind and deaf? Do they have sleeping problems?
Our fish are definitely visually impaired, but not blind, which is nice because then we can study the sleep phenomenon separately.
Right.
Because indeed, we can measure sleep in our zebrafish.
Right. And they have sleep problems? The
Yeah,
fish?
yeah, they do.
All right.
So we measure it by video tracking, and then we can study the sleep behavior of our control fish and our Usher2A mutant fish.
So they're awake during the night or?
Zebrafish are diurnal animals like us, so if they sleep, the wild type fish do that mostly during the night. And what we mainly see in our Usher2A zebrafish is that they sleep more during daytime.
Right. And so you found that the Usher protein is not present in the pineal gland. There's a link with melatonin. Does this offer a view for treatment?
Definitely. So, of course, this project is designed to characterize the prevalence and the nature of the sleep problems, eventually to help the patients. And we hope that it will lead to recognition and understanding. We definitely found a biological link. We still do not know what the usherin protein is doing in the pineal gland, but we hope with all this research that we can help to get the patients to a sleep clinic way more easily.
Right. Yeah, because I was going to ask, is there any concrete advantage already of your results?
Definitely. So by publishing the results and all the outreach we did, we already in our house in the Radboud UMC, we were able to speak to our ENT doctor who does see the Usher patient. And he already refers the Usher patients to a sleep clinic if they wish so.
Right, because even though there's no medication maybe or directly for Usher in relation to sleep, there are things that can be done for these people.
Definitely. So if they get referred to a sleep clinic, they get extensive testing on the sleep quality, on the melatonin levels, and they can look to future treatments.
Right, behavioral treatments or medication
Yeah.
for particularly for the sleep.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Which hopefully improves the quality of life of those patients.
Right. What's your hope or your dream for the future for these patients in relation to sleep?
Great question. So, of course, this project was designed to recognize and understand sleep problems, eventually leading to improved quality of life for these patients. And in Nijmegen, we were already quite successful with taking steps to form an interdisciplinary team and include sleep doctors in this team. And I hope that many more people will hear about those problems and also take those fatigue and sleep problems seriously.
Right. Well, thank you very much for all your information and good luck with your research.
Thank you.